Welcome to my little book club. My name's Diana, and I can't wait to talk about books with you all. Hi, my name's Diana, and I just wanted to take a moment to welcome all my friends. I'm hoping we become friends at least. But I wanted to welcome all my new followers and say hello to the followers who have been here since day one. I wanted to just say hi, check in, see how everybody is doing. You know, in the comments below, I would love for you to tell me what book you're reading. It would be amazing. And because I love to hear what people are currently reading, because it always spurs on some great conversation, gives me some book recommendations. And then I wanted to take a moment to tell you guys why I started this book club. I started this book club. I've actually had the idea for a few years, but I've just haven't had time, haven't had the confidence, haven't had desire to really do anything for quite a while. But I finally got that motivation and I started reading more, and I was really wanting to do this. And my goal in this book club is to just have a safe place for everybody where we can talk, we can share opinions about the books we like, even the books we don't like. We can say negative things about it, and I want this to be a safe place. So if somebody says something bad about a book that you like, that's a great time to have a conversation, but please don't bash anybody. I would appreciate it if we could all stay kind and respectful and use nice words. But my goal in this is to just maybe even motivation to read. Shortly after my son was born, I was really tired. I was going through some health issues. I wasn't feeling good. I barely had energy to read or to do anything except for just keep my kids alive and well. And I was finding I really wanted to read, and I was really tired, but I couldn't read because every time I tried reading, it was just making me sleepy, and that wasn't like me. I used to be a type of person who could not read before bed, because next thing I know, it's 4 a.m. and I'm closing the book that I had started that night. So I was missing that. I hated not being able to read anymore, and it was frustrating me and it was showing in other aspects of my life because I wasn't doing something I wanted to do. And while that is what motherhood is about, I'm all about giving to my children and doing what's best for them. I wasn't giving them my best because I wasn't being me. And I really needed to get back into doing something that I loved just because I loved it. Now, mind you, some of that was just lack of sleep. Neither one of my babies slept. They did not sleep more than 2 hours at a time until they were like 10 months old. And even then it was still interrupted sleep, and they didn't sleep for a long time. So I know that a large part of it was just sleep deprivation, and we're all in a better place now, so I'm getting more sleep. It's just my kids are a little bit older. We're in a routine. So I know that that is part of it. So that helps a lot. But there was just another part of it. I think it was just me. It was just dealing with my own issues at the time. But one thing that I did notice is that whenever I was really, really struggling and I really wanted to read, I'd reach out to, I had like 3 or 4 friends that I would reach out to and just say, hey, can you recommend something quick and easy? Because at that time, I could not get into anything deep. Not that I didn't want to, I just needed the quick and easy. I needed to remember why I loved reading. So can you recommend something? And I'd usually get 1 or 2 recommendations, and I could dive into them. Usually I'd borrow a book, so it really motivated me to read it so I could give it back to them. And when I gave it back to them, I needed to be able to discuss the book and tell them what I thought. And I was really finding this motivation was awesome, and I really liked it. So I started trying to figure out, well, what can I do to do this more often? And a group of my local friends, there's 5 of us, we started meeting monthly, or as often as we can. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. We started meeting at a local Barnes & Noble. They had a Starbucks there and books, and we'd go and we'd talk, and we'd wander up and down the aisles, and we'd see a book, and we'd read the back of the book, or the jacket cover, wherever the description was. We'd read about it like, oh, that looks good, and we'd talk about it. Sometimes we'd buy a book, sometimes we wouldn't. And then we'd talk about, like, if we got a book that we all read, we'd talk about it. And it was so exciting, and I loved it because it was a great place for conversation. I was reading, I was enjoying reading. I loved it. I felt so much better just in general because I was reading and I was enjoying it. So I was still trying, okay, well, what could we do? This would be cool. Well, then shortly after that, on one of our mommy's nights out, as we called it, we went to Barnes & Noble, and there happened to be a book signing there. We had no idea. We hadn't checked the schedule. We didn't think to even look for these things. But there was a book signing there. And we thought, this is awesome. This is so cool. So we were all excited. So we started reading about the book, and we were listening. The author was talking about their book and answering questions. Like, this is really exciting and really fun. And in that, at that signing, they were talking about other books from local authors or people who had grown up in the area. And that is when we discovered that this person, this Erica Taylor, had a book, and she was from our area, and she had written A Suitable Affair, and she was going to be doing a book signing in our area. So we all got excited. We read what the book was about, and so we were like, this is awesome, let's try it out. So we ordered it and we read it, and we went to her signing later, and that was awesome. But at that same signing, we also met, I guess the person who was doing the book signing was friends with this other author who had just released a new book, and this person has become one of my favorite authors. We've met her twice now, but she was at this, let me just hit myself in the face. She was at this book signing for Caravel, Stephanie Garber, and so we took a chance. We had her sign it. I actually couldn't buy the book at the time. I hadn't budgeted for this book, so I couldn't pay for it at the time. But our friend Tanya had book money left, so she bought it. And she loved it, so we sent it to my friend Jessica, who loved it, and then I started reading it, and I loved it. So once I got the book, I was able to add in our picture, and I had her sign a little piece of paper because I wanted to get the book, I just couldn't at the time. And she signed it for me. And so we got to meet Stephanie Garber and read about her amazing book. And we totally fell in love with her. She's like just a fun personality. And through that, we fell in love with book signings. I won't mention the fact that we didn't read the other book still, that the book signing was actually for. We just got really excited about the books we discovered. Oops. But Stephanie Garber has now come out with Legendary, which is totally awesome. You guys need to read that series. And Erica Taylor has already come out with The Perfect Duchess, which is a sequel. Both of them are series. So we had so much fun at Erica Taylor's book signing. She had like this cute little theater house, and there were little snacks and drinks, and we all dressed, my friends and I, we all dressed up. In fact, I should have a picture, because we did a picture there too. We took pictures, and we got to enjoy it. It was so fun, and she was so fun, and that's what made us fall in love with book signings. And I'm going to tell you guys later, my friends and I, we traveled almost about 2 hours away to go to the Legendary book signing, so I'll have to share that with you guys when I have a chance. That'll be one of my other videos. I'll talk about our book signing experience and how much fun that was. So that's why I started this book club. I wanted to bring back that desire in me, and I thought, what if I'm not the only one? People have kids, and they get a hard job that starts sucking away all their time, and they start losing the momentum they once had for reading, but they didn't want to lose it. They really did enjoy reading, and they've forgotten that love. So my hope is that this is a place where we can bring that love and desire back. And I thought I would share that with all of my followers so that you guys could understand what this book club is all about and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I think that's it. So if you guys could please down below, if you could Leave your comments. Let me know what you're currently reading. Let me know your thoughts on the book club. Just anything you want to talk about, share it down below. And if you like this video, please click that thumbs up. I'd love to see that you guys are liking what we're doing. And if there's something you'd like to ask about, to suggest to improve, please feel free to share that as well. And make sure you subscribe so that you get to have notifications whenever I upload a new video. And I think that's it. So thank you guys very much for taking the time to listen, and I hope to talk to you guys all soon. Bye. Have a good night. Hey guys, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can see all of my uploads. And also make sure you like the video if you liked it, and let me know what kind of books you'd love to hear about. Love to hear from you all. Bye. Subscribe. Bye.